also be preparing fruits, vegetables, millet, and other pulses and spices from Telangana. It's only for because we have got 253 hypermarkets in the international markets. So we cater and the farmers. We are very happy to receive the documents also for this food processing allotment, land allotment. We are for our operation in the retail with an investment of 300 crore. We will be opening our LULU shopping mall and hypermarkets in Hyderabad. I already requested the Honorable Minister to come and inaugurate next month. That means in August end or September first week. The Honorable Minister can declare that we will inaugurate. I requested him and I invited him to come and inaugurate because 80% of our work almost all completed and it will be opened in August or September first week. And also our hypermarket. The 2,000 people will get the employment because 800 people directly we are employing and our branch retailers, they will also employ. So it will come to 2,000 people. As per the MOU we have signed in the government of Telangana in Davos, Switzerland, in World Economic Forum, we have already started investing in the state, which we have already invested 300 crore. We are planning another destination mall in Hyderabad for 2,500 crore investment, which will be 2.2 million square feet, which land already going to be finalized in 1 month and we will start construction. So that is the another project. And a logistic hub, we are going to construct only logistic, only to procure grading and packing because we need international standard packing. So we will bring the packing materials also and we will pack it grading foreign countries. They are our hypermarkets. So this is the 3 projects which we are very thankful. So one mall, one big mall and 100% export oriented. So I am very thankful to Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Honorable Minister and the government officials for their all-hearted support for our all projects. I not believe only declaring. I am person who is work first then declare. So we already started. Next month we are opening, August end we are opening our first mall to attract the tourists because nowadays shopping mall is part of tourism now because family can come morning and stay with their children and they can go for food court and also cinema and also children's amusement and shopping. So it's like a tourism. So we want to develop that type of malls. So thank you very much for your wholehearted support and I am once again thankful to the Honorable Minister, Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Minister. He is working 24 hours I saw in Davos from 7:30 up to night 12:30. Untired he is meeting the people, investors in Davos. I myself, seeing is believing. I myself so his hard work for the state is totally committed. He himself is totally committed. So thank you very much for your wholehearted support and thank you for all.
I request Honorable Minister to kindly hand over the
loved his investment, and he's going to be investing 3,500 crores in Telangana. Thank you, and I think he deserves a round of applause from all of us. Our Special Chief Secretary, Sri Adarsh, thank you, sir, for facilitating the land allotment. I'm very, very confident and very, very sure with all of your support, with the support of my team and your team, we'll get this food processing unit up and running in a very short span of time. Ashraf ji, the entire team of LULU, Narasimha Reddy Garu, Vishnuvardhan Reddy, Akhil, and everybody who's worked very hard behind the scenes, and the entire team. My compliments to all of you, because without all of you doing the hard work and due diligence, there would not be a shake hand movement here today. So thank you very much to the entire LULU family and also my team. Yusuf, I have to share a couple of things. You showed us a video of how well LULU Group has evolved over the last several years. It fills our heart with pride and joy to see a fellow Indian do so well across the world, across not just the Middle East and Far East, but across many other countries. Honestly, you are a shining example to what Indians with potential can achieve, and you are an inspiration to a lot of Indian youngsters, sir. My compliments to you. You built this empire single-handedly all by yourself, starting from scratch, and it's not easy, doing this over the last few decades. And the business environment was not so friendly. Let me also remind all of you now. I think the entire world is vying for investments, chasing investors, etc. Back when Yusufbhai started, it must not have been so easy. And I'm sure, with the kind of charm you have, I'm sure you had your way in many, many countries, UAE, the entire Middle East. I see so many operations in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi, and Egypt. Also saw investments in Indonesia, Malaysia, India, of course. You are an Indian, so of course India. So truly proud of what we accomplished. And truly proud that an Indian multinational is making waves across the world. Delighted that you're investing in Telangana, but I have to tell you a few things. When we had met our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri KTR Garu, about a few years ago, he was extremely impressed. He was extremely impressed with your humility, with your humble nature. He told us, please don't go by, the international names that you don't give a name by all the big names that you see from abroad. We have an Indian here who's making waves elsewhere, so please support him fully. Please make sure that he does well in our country, in our state particularly. So, sir, today, happy to share with you that as well as LULU Group is growing, Telangana is growing equally impressively. I have to share a few things that we have done in our state. So this state was formed 9 years ago, 2014 in June. We just completed 9 years. We have entered the 10th year, and we have completed the celebration for 21 days on numerous achievements in our state. Just to give you a few examples, in 2014, the per capita income of the state of Telangana was 1,12,000 rupees. Today, the per capita income of Telangana is 3,17,000 rupees. Highest in the country for any state. This is not me blowing my own trumpet. It is actually the RBI data. Let me also tell you something. Our gross state domestic product back in 2014 was 5,05,000 crore. And now today, it is 13.27 lakh crore. Fastest growth for any state in India today. Not only this, Telangana, because you're a man who knows the food processing sector rather well. Telangana and our Honorable Chief Minister, with his absolute precision focus and precision targeting, has ensured that we have done some things in the record time which no other state in India has done. You will be surprised to hear this, Yusufbhai. We have completed the world's largest lift irrigation project. The world's largest, not India's largest, in a span of 4 years. We lift water from about 82 meters above sea level to 618 meters. This is a project called Kaleshwaram. I would urge you to actually, when you have some time, come visit it and bring some of your investor friends from the Middle East as well, so that they can also see India's potential, not Telangana's potential, and India's abilities to pull off world-class projects. What this project has done is it has brought in water, irrigation and farming to 45 lakh acres of land in Telangana. And if you take 2 crop cycles, it and the agriculture activity has expanded in such a way that the same state which used to procure 68 lakh metric tons of paddy rice in 2014 today actually procures 3.5 crore metric tons of paddy. We are now the largest paddy producer in the country. We just surpassed it. And we were ranked 24th in 2000. Now we're the largest country for paddy production. Now we have our neighbors calling us. Karnataka is calling us. Tamil Nadu is calling us, saying you are a paddy producer. We are running out of paddy and rice. So please, why don't you actually help us? Of course, we have our political differences, but we'll not let that come in the way of helping. Let me also share with you, sir. You are a leader in food processing and you are a leader in hypermarkets and retail services, retail operations. Recently, we have passed a government order here allowing for 24/7 operations of retail outlets as well. So whenever you launch your mall and whenever you launch your retail operations here, you'll be converted to the fact that you can actually work in 3 shifts. You can be relevant to people 24/7. The other thing I also wanted to mention, what these large-scale irrigation projects have done in Telangana, Yusufbhai, is truly astounding. There are 5 revolutions which are agriculture and allied activities. The first thing, of course, like I said, our agriculture is expanding, so it has ushered in a green revolution. Today, we are the largest producer of paddy. We produce the best quality of cotton in India, surpassing Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, etc., etc. And our cotton quality is the best. This is not me saying it again. This is the South India Mills Association certifying and telling us that your long staple cotton is the best of its kind in India. So a green revolution has been ushered in. Simultaneously, because of all these new water reservoirs that have been created, because of all the stabilization that has happened in the 46,000 tanks that we have, little tanks and lakes that we have, now we have become number 1 in inland fisheries. The state which is number 1 in inland fisheries today is Telangana. A blue revolution is being ushered in. You will be very surprised to hear this. A new reservoir that has been created in my district called Rajanna Sirsila. In fact, Akhil knows it very well and he can share it with your team. We are creating India's largest aqua hub in about 370 acres. And from there, we will be exporting different varieties of fish to the US. Tilapia is a fish that is very popular in the US. A company called Fishin is exporting, he's investing about 1,000 crores. Another company called CP Foods, they're also investing there. Another company called Ananda, they're also investing there. Between all 3 of them, they are going to make this India's largest aqua hub, inland water hub. We'll share more details with you if you're interested. So green revolution, a blue revolution. The third one that I'll talk about is how, because of a very specific program, our livestock has doubled. We have launched a program of sheep rearing in Telangana. Now this has resulted, and Adar Sinha sir will give you more details. We are investing about 11,000 crores of rupees into this. And we provide this with a huge subsidy to the shepherds here, the shepherd community. As a result, our livestock is doubled. Now what this does, earlier when we used to, this is the meat consuming state, the heavy consumption of meat, and we are one of the largest meat consumers in the country. Earlier we used to actually get these animals from other parts of India. We used to get 300 trucks every day into Hyderabad from other parts of India. But now with the livestock doubling, there is a huge opportunity to create a meat processing industry in Telangana for export as well. And I'm delighted that you are stepping in, and with your support, I'm sure we can take it to the next level. I'm delighted that you're coming in. You've launched your meat exporting units and food processing units in Uttar Pradesh and other parts of India. And I'm happy that you're doing it here too. And we will stand with you. We'll ensure that this state and this country can actually ensure that you also can usher in a pink revolution of meat processing. The 4th revolution that is also unfolding in Telangana today are milk production. And again, Adar Sinha ji can tell you, we had a state dairy called as Vijaya Dairy. Vijaya Dairy was in losses, Telangana was formed. But today Vijaya Dairy has turned around. Our milk production has increased by 380%. Today they have turned into profits and they are giving a dividend to the state government. Not only the state dairy, the cooperative dairies are doing well. We have a Karimnagar dairy, we have a Mother dairy, they are doing well. And the private dairies like Heritage, Dodla. So So it's a very interesting situation where we have the private sector, the cooperative sector, and also the government sector, all of them doing well in this field of dairy. This has ushered in a wide revolution, but there is a lot more that can be done with milk and dairy products. For instance, of course, we are actually launching a mega dairy plan. Our Special Chief Secretary is reminding me. The state government is launching a mega dairy plan, I think with 300 crores plus. In August, we'll be inaugurating it, and we are very proud of the fact that the state dairy, 5 lakh liters per day will be the capacity, and we'll be inaugurating it in August. All of this has resulted in additional income for the farmers. Because farmers' income is not just about agriculture and agriculture produce. All these allied sectors add to their income. The last revolution that we're trying to unveil and usher in Telangana. We have set a very ambitious target of 20 lakh acres, bringing 20 lakh acres of land under oil palm cultivation in Telangana. We believe that this is eminently doable and this is in the interest of the country. Because today India imports nearly 80% of edible oils. We want to change that. We want to make sure that we become the leaders in oil palm cultivation. The target that we have set for ourselves is 20 lakh acres in 5 years. We've already reached about 1.5 lakh acres, and we will continue with this. And this will usher in a yellow revolution. So, 5 revolution: the green revolution, the blue revolution with fisheries and aqua, the pink revolution with meat processing, with white revolution, dairy and dairy products. Fifth one is yellow revolution, oil palm. All of these 5 will augment our farmers' income, improve the state's economy, provide rural livelihoods, and will make Telangana a leader in the country for other states to emulate and follow. And recently, we had conducted a food conclave. My department has conducted a food conclave. Very happy to also share with you that we've been able to attract significant investments from the small entrepreneurs, medium entrepreneurs, and the big entrepreneurs. Today, Telangana has become home to a number of quality food-related investment, food processing-related investments. We have, in fact, some of the world's biggest names. A company called Monet, which is a French company which manufactures syrups out of here. We also have Indian companies, such as Hudson, which have their largest ice cream plant right here. We also have now LULU Group, which is also going to invest in my state. But the story has just begun. The reason why I say this is because we have now decided, our Chief Minister has now decided, that we will set up special food processing zones in about 10,000 acres of land. We have already acquired the land in 16 different clusters. We're setting up these food processing zones, and I would urge you also to look at these possibilities, because you are a large company which will have significant operations in retail and also in food processing. You will need large logistics hubs. We can happily work with you and your team in showing some locations which are already readily available. Because Telangana, if you look at us, the Indian map, we are geographically bang in the middle of the country. So logistically, for you to move around and cater to about 8-9 states in central India and south India, there cannot be a better base than Telangana. So I would urge you also to look at setting up a large base for your logistical operations out of Telangana. Look at our special food processing zones, because the opportunities that are unfolding by way of these 5 revolutions, the green revolution, the yellow revolution, the blue revolution, the pink revolution, and the white revolution, the opportunities are immense, not only for the domestic market, but also to use these products to your hypermarkets and your supermarkets and your malls elsewhere in the country and elsewhere in the world. So thank you very much for committing to an investment of 3,000 crores. I promise you that I'll come and inaugurate your mall in August. Let's work with your team. We'll make it happen. And I'm delighted that an Indian entrepreneur, let me say this again, delighted that an Indian entrepreneur is going places, is making waves. Truly touched that you've taken the time out to come all the way here, and truly look forward to seeing you again in August and September. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.
Absolutely amazing words.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. The revolutionary steps that Honorable Chief Minister and the government is taking place to improve the quality of life of our farmers. So there's 3 interesting areas which our Honorable Minister mentioned. We are one of the largest importers of rice from fish from the world. So we have got state-of-art fish processing plant in Kochi, Kerala, and we will also procure the fish value-added fish products also from state of. I will declare to set up a fish processing plant in the state of Telangana. We will start the work. Please allot us the land, and we will start the work from yesterday. Number 3, meat processing. Meat will help meat processing plant will help the farmers to grow the cattle. Cattle wealth is very important. So India is one of the largest exporters of meat, pork and lamb. After hearing from the Honorable Minister, we will also declare to start the processing plant.
For vote of thanks, may I request the
Morning and namaskar. Honorable Minister Shri Ramrao sir, MD of SIC, Honorable Chief Secretary, Adar Sinha Special Secretary, LULU Group Chairman Yusuf Ali, officials, dignitaries, colleagues, dear media friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here today to announce our new project in the state of Telangana. As we all know, the state of Telangana is one of the fastest growing states in India. We hear from our Honorable Minister what is happening in the future. With our all-round growth, every sector led by our dynamic Chief Minister, Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, our sincere appreciation to the Honorable Chief Minister. As announced today, we will surely explore more opportunities and investment further in the retail, food procurement and processing in the state of Telangana. We expected wholehearted support from the government and government agencies. On behalf of LULU Group International, on behalf of our chairman, Sri Yusuf Ali, on my personal behalf, would like to sincerely thank Honorable Ministers and all the secretaries, all government officials. Everybody is represented here, all the media peoples, all our colleagues. Thanking you very much for all the supports is given to us. Once again, I would like to thank all the media persons for attending this event. We highly appreciate your support. Thank you very much.
With that, we come to the end of the formal function. Please, all the friends from media.
semiconductors to space, from education to food security. The energy, ambition, and potential of our cooperation is boundless. The United States and India have become, as the Prime Minister has put it, indispensable partners. And that partnership, President Biden said, is a defining relationship of the 21st century. Together, we're promoting great peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific and around the globe. Combating disease, responding to natural disasters, strengthening the maritime security, standing up for the principles that are the United Nations Charter. We're working to safeguard our planet for future generations, developing affordable solar panels and sustainable aviation fuels, driving opportunity and innovation, from the entrepreneurs powering our economies to the U.S. companies investing in India and vice versa. And the cutting-edge research that we're jointly advancing, from quantum to artificial intelligence, is helping to sustain our technological edge and shaping a digital future that safeguards democratic values. Here in the United States, India is part of our daily lives. We enjoy Jupala Hiri's novels, Opus Moses. We laugh at the comedies of Mindy Kaling. We dance to the beats of Diljit and Coachella. And yes, Mr. Prime Minister, and I can say this from personal experience, we keep ourselves more or less fit and healthy doing yoga. The United States is endlessly enriched by a thriving Indian diaspora. Doctors, teachers, engineers, business leaders, public servants, almost all of whom, it seemed, were on the White House lawn yesterday to greet you. And so many of whom are here with us today. Leaders, of course, like Vice President Harris, whose mother came from Honolulu. Coming here to help unlock the secrets. We're diplomats right here at the State Department. We're a man whose father came to America with just a bus ticket and $14 in his pocket, rose to become the first United States Indian American ambassador to India. And today, Richard Rahul Verma serves as the Deputy Secretary of State. The highest-ranking Indian American official in the department's history. And, Mr. Prime Minister, that ultimately is maybe the strongest bond that unites us. As you glimpsed in your earliest travels here, whether we call it the American dream, whether we call it the Indian dream, whether it's the son of an immigrant from Jalandhar rising through the State Department, or a tea seller becoming Prime Minister, our people believe profoundly in opportunity. That no matter who we are, where we come from, we can make something more of ourselves. So, please join me in raising a glass to our shared hopes for the future and to the U.S.-India partnership that will help make those hopes a reality. Cheers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the Vice President of the United States.
Mr. Secretary, Madam Ryan, thank you for hosting us here yet again. It is the honor of Doug and mine to be with you, honoring the friendship and the relationship between India and the United States. Prime Minister Modi, we are honored to welcome you. We also welcome the members of the President's Cabinet who are here and all of the members of Congress who are here, including Speaker Emerita Pelosi, Chairman McCall, and Ranking Member Means. And welcome to all of our When my sister Maya and I were growing up, our mother would take us from the Bay Area to India pretty much every other year. And the purpose of those trips were many, including that we would well understand where she came from, what produced her, so that we could spend time with our grandparents, with my uncle and our chittis, and to really understand the love of good idli. And we traveled to visit my grandparents in what was then called Madras. And I will tell you, my grandfather was one of the most favorite. Truly. We were pen pals, in fact, throughout my childhood. And I was the eldest grandchild. And so, as I'm sure many of you know, culturally, to be the eldest has a certain significance. And so I took full advantage of that status in our family. And my grandfather, of course, convinced me, as he did, I think, every one of his grandchildren, that we were his favorite. Yet, on those visits, I was the only member of our family that my grandfather allowed to join him for his morning routine. You see, by the time that we were going there as children, my grandfather was retired from his career as a civil servant. And his morning routine, every morning, consisted of taking long walks on the beach with his retired buddies. And they, as retired civil servants, would debate the issues of the day. So I would hold my grandfather's hand on these walks and listen intently to him and his friends. And I will tell you, as a young girl, I don't think I fully appreciated the essence and the import of the debates that they would have. But I did clearly understand and do recall stories about freedom fighters and the nation's founding heroes and about the independence of India. I remember them talking about the importance of fighting corruption and fighting for equality, regardless of one's belief or caste. Throughout these walks, I recall my grandfather teaching me lessons about not just what it means to have a democracy, but to keep a democracy. And I do believe it is these lessons that I learned at a very young age that first inspired my interest in public service. And I look back now and I do fully realize how much these conversations influenced me and my thinking, and how they have guided me ever since. In fact, it is a large part of who I am today. These lessons I learned from my grandfather, E.V. and from the dedication, determination, and courage of his daughter, my mother, Shamla. And it is that being the reason that I stand before you today as Vice President of the United States. The history and teachings in India and of India have not only influenced me, they of course have shaped the entire globe, as Secretary Blinken just described. Throughout history, India has inspired millions of people around the world, whether through philosophy and theology, the power of civil disobedience, or the commitment to democracy. Indeed, as I travel the world as Vice President, I have seen India's global impact firsthand. In Southeast Asia, Indian-made vaccines save lives and livelihoods. On the continent of Africa, India's long-standing partnerships support prosperity and security. And throughout the Indo-Pacific, India helps promote a free and open region. I also know of India's extraordinary impact with regard to innovation. chair of the National Space Council, I thank you for your leadership in space and for our joint work on an Earth science satellite, which will help us address the climate crisis. And I will also thank you, because when you and I first met at the White House, I asked you to join the Artemis Accords, a commitment to the safe and transparent use of space. And today I am happy to report, as you have, that you have joined the Artemis Accords. So, Prime Minister Modi, President Joe Biden and I are grateful for your commitment to strengthen the ties and the relationships between the United States and India. And we share that commitment. Under your leadership and that of President Biden, our partnership has become more expansive than it has ever been. Over the past 2.5 years, you and I have advanced cooperation on climate, on clean energy, terrorism, cybercrime, public health, and vaccine production. And during this trip, our countries have launched new areas of cooperation, from artificial intelligence to semiconductors. As we look toward the future, the United States and India, the world's oldest and largest democracies, instinctively turn to each other and are increasingly aligned. So I will close with this, which is a memory, again, of my grandfather and what he taught me on those long walks. And in particular, what he taught me about the nobility of public service. Prime Minister Modi, you and I have both dedicated our careers to the noble work of public service. And so to everyone here today, I say, it is incumbent on each of us, inside of government and outside of government, to continue to fight for progress and to serve the greater good. So I raise a glass to the enduring bonds between our nations and our people, and to our continued work together, all in the service of the greater good. Prime Minister.
Vice President Kamala Harris, Second Gentleman Douglas M. Howe, Secretary of State, my friend Antony Blinken, White House Cabinet Secretary Evan Ryan, सभी सम्मानित प्रतिनिधिगण, फ्रेंड्स, सबसे पहले तो मैं उपराष्ट्रपति कमला हैरिस और सेक्रेटरी ब्लिंकन का इस भव्य स्वागत के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। आप दोनों ने जो गर्मजोशी भरे शब्द कहे, इसके लिए भी मैं हृदय से आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आज एक बार फिर स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट में आप सभी के बीच उपस्थित होना मेरे लिए खुशी की बात है। पिछले 3 दिनों में मैंने अनेक बैठकों में हिस्सा लिया, कई विषयों पर चर्चा की। इन सभी बैठकों में एक चीज कॉमन थी, सब एक मत थे कि भारत और अमेरिका के लोगों के बीच मित्रता एवं सहयोग और गहरा होना चाहिए। भारत और अमेरिका के संबंधों की मधुर गीतमाला पीपल टू पीपल टाइज के सुरों से पिरोई गई है। इन संबंधों का उदाहरण हमें कदम कदम पर देखने को मिलता है। उपराष्ट्रपति कमला हैरिस की माताजी डॉक्टर श्यामला गोपालन 1958 में भारत से अमेरिका आए। उस समय अधिकांश लोगों के पास फोन नहीं होता था और इसलिए उनकी माताजी हाथ से लिखकर अपने परिवारजनों को पत्र भेजा करते थे और उन्होंने कभी भी भारत से रत्ती भर नाता टूटने नहीं दिया। एक जीवंतता बनाए रखी थी। जो भी उपलब्ध माध्यम था उसका सर्वाधिक भारत को, अमेरिका के जीवन को निरंतर जोड़ने में लगा रहा था। हजारों मीलों की दूरी के बावजूद भी भारत हमेशा करीबी था। मैडम वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, उनकी इस प्रेरणा को आपने आज नई बुलंदियों तक पहुंचाया। आपकी उपलब्धियां केवल अमेरिका की ही नहीं, भारत और पूरे विश्व की महिलाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ी प्रेरणा है, बहुत प्रेरित है। सेक्रेटरी ब्लिंकन, जब मैंने प्रारंभ में सूर और गीतमाला जैसे शब्दों का प्रयोग किया तो मेरा एक इशारा आपकी तरफ भी था। पूरा विश्व आपकी डिप्लोमेटिक स्किल्स को तो जानता ही, और मैं तो भली भांति जानने लगा हूं। आपके म्यूजिकल टैलेंट के चर्चे भी बहुत हैं। हजारों मीलों का सफर तय करते हुए गंभीर से गंभीर मसलों के बीच संगीत को आपने जगह दी है। यह हम सभी के लिए बहुत प्रेरक है। हमारी स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप को मजबूत करने में आपका बहुत महत्वपूर्ण योगदान है। इसके लिए मैं आपको हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। फ्रेंड्स, 2014 में मेरी यात्रा के समय मेरे प्रिय मित्र राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन भी यहाँ स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट में मेरे साथ थे। उस समय उन्होंने भारत और अमेरिका की साझेदारी अब प्रॉमिस ओवर द होराइजन बताया। 9 वर्षों के इस अंतराल में हमने बहुत ही लंबी और खूबसूरत यात्रा की। हमने डिफेंस और स्ट्रेटेजिक क्षेत्रों में आपसी सहयोग के नए आयाम जोड़े हैं। हम नई और उभरती टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में नए विश्वास के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। हम ट्रेड के लंबित और मुश्किल मुद्दों का समाधान कर रहे हैं। क्वाड और I2U2 जैसे नए फ्रेमवर्क के साथ हम मिलकर के बहुत कुछ प्रगति कर रहे हैं। धरती हो या आकाश, समुद्र की गहराइयां हो या अंतरिक्ष की ऊंचाइयां, भारत और अमेरिका एक साथ काम करते दिख रहे हैं। सही मायने में प्रॉमिस ओवर द होराइजन आज न तो प्रॉमिस तक सीमित है और न ही होराइजन तक सीमित है। आज हम जिस मुकाम पर पहुंचे हैं, जिन उपलब्धियों पर हम गर्व कर रहे हैं, आप सबके सपनों और अथक मेहनत का परिणाम है। इसके लिए मैं आप सभी का हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। फ्रेंड्स, on this note, I would like to raise a toast to your good health and well-being, to our friendship, and to the peace and prosperity of all our citizens. Thank you.
लिए स्वागत करने के लिए उत्सुक हैं।
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Excellency Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India.
nearly half of you were here in 2016. I feel your warmth at old times. I can also see the enthusiasm of your new friends in the other half. I remember Senator Harry Reid, Senator John McCain, Senator Orrin Hatch, Elijah Cummings, Elsie Hastings, and others who I met here in 2016 and who are sadly no longer with us. Mr. Speaker, standing here 7 Junes ago, that is the June when Hamilton swept all the awards, I said that the hesitations of history were behind us. Now, when our era it is at a crossroads, I am here to speak about our calling for this century. Through the long and widening road that we have traveled, we have made the test of friendship. A lot has changed since I came here 7 summers ago. But a lot has remained the same, like our commitment to deepen friendship between India and the United States. In the past few years, there have been many advances in AI, artificial intelligence. At the same time, there have been even more momentous development in another AI, America and India. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, the beauty of democracy is the constant connect with the people, to listen to them and feel their pulse. And I know this takes a lot of time, energy, effort, and travel. It is a Thursday afternoon. You fly out there for some of you. So I'm grateful for your time. I also know how busy you have been this last month. Being a citizen of a vibrant democracy, myself, I can admit one thing, Mr. Speaker, you have a tough job. I can relate to the battles of patience there will be and there must be a contest of ideas at home. But we must also come together as one when we speak for our nation. And you have shown that you can do it. Congratulations. Mr. Speaker, the foundation of America was inspired by the vision of a nation of equal people. Throughout your history, you embrace people from around the world and you have made them equal partners in the American dream. There are millions here who have roots in India. Some of them sit proudly in this chamber. And there is one behind me who had made history. I'm told that the Samosa caucus is now the flavor of the house. I hope it grows and brings the full diversity of Indian cuisine here. Over 2 centuries, we have inspired each other through the lives of great Americans and Indians. We pay tribute to Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. We also remember many others who work for liberty, equality, and justice. Today, I also wish to pay heartfelt tribute to one of them, Congressman John Lewis. Mr. Speaker, democracy is one of our sacred and shared values. It has evolved over a long time and taken various forms. Throughout history, however, one thing has been democracy is the spirit that supports equality and dignity. Democracy is the idea that welcomes debate and discourse. well for the future of democracy. Together, we shall give a better future to the world and a better world to the future. Mr. Speaker, last year, India celebrated 75 years of independence. Every milestone is important, but this one was we celebrated a remarkable journey of over 75 years of freedom after 1,000 years of foreign rule in one form or another. This was not just a celebration of democracy, but also of diversity. Not just of constitution, but also of its spirit of our social empowerment. Not just of our competitiveness and cooperative federalism, but also of our essential unity and integrity. We have over 2,500 political parties. Yes, you heard that right. 2,500. About 20 different parties govern various states of India. We have 22 official languages and thousands of dialects, and yet we speak in one voice. Every 100 miles, our cuisine changes from dosa to be the third largest economy soon. We are not only growing bigger, but we are also growing faster. When India grows, whole world grows. After all, we are 1/6 of the world's population. In the last century, when India won its freedom, it inspired many other countries to free themselves from colonial rule. In this century, when India sets benchmarks in growth, it will inspire many other countries to do the same. Our vision is सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास. It means together for everyone's growth, with everyone's trust and everyone's effort. Let me share with you how this vision is translating into action with speed and scale. We are focusing on infrastructure development. We have given nearly 40 million homes to provide shelter to over 150 million people. That is nearly 6 times the population of Australia. We run a national health insurance program that ensures free medical treatment for about 500 million people. That is greater than the population of South America. We took banking to the unbanked with the world's largest financial inclusion drive. Nearly 500 million people benefited. This is close to the population of North America. We have worked on building digital India. Today, there are more than 850 million smartphones and internet users in the country. This is more than the population of Europe. We protected our people development which benefits women. It is all women-led development where women lead the journey of progress. A woman has risen from a humble tribal background to be our head of state. Nearly 1.5 million 1.5 billion elected women lead us at various levels. And that is of local governments. Today, women serve our country in the army, navy, and air force. India also has the highest percentage of women airline pilots in the world. And they have also put us on Mars by leading our Mars mission. I believe that investigating in a girl child lifts up the entire family. Empowering women transform the nation. Mr. Speaker, India is an ancient nation with a youthful population. India is known for its traditions. But the younger generation is also making the hub of technology. Be it daily needs on instant or real-time payments. Coding or quantum computing, machine learning or mobile apps, big tech or data science, the youth of India are a great example of how a society can embrace the latest in India. Technology is not about innovation, but also about inclusion. Today, digital performance are empowering the rights and dignity of people while protecting privacy. In the last 9 years, over 1 billion people got a unique digital biometric identity connected with their bank accounts and mobile phones. This digital public infrastructure helps us reach citizens within seconds with financial assistance. 850 million people receive direct benefit financial transfers into their accounts. 3 times a year, over 100 million farmers receive assistance in their bank accounts at the click of a button. The value of such transfer has crossed $320 billion. And we have saved over $25 billion in the process. If you visit India, you will see everyone is using phones for payments, including street vendors. Last year, out of every 100 real-time digital payments in the world, 46 happened in India. elderly get social security payment, students access scholarships, doctors deliver telemedicine, fishermen check fishing grounds, and small businesses get loans with just a tap on their phones. Mr. Speaker, a spirit of democracy, inclusion, and sustainability defines us. It also shapes our outlook to the world. India grows while being responsible about our planet. We believe Mata Bhumihi Putra Aham Prithviya. This means the earth is our mother and we are her children. Indian culture deeply respects the environment and our planet. While becoming the fastest growing economy, we grew our solar capacity by 2,300%. Yes, you are right. 2,300%. We became the only G20 country to meet its Paris commitment. We made renewables account for over 40% of our energy sources, 9 years ahead of the target of 2030. But we did not stop there. At the Glasgow summit, I proposed Mission Life, lifestyle for environment. This is a way to make sustainability a true people's movement. To live it, to be the job of governments alone. By being mindful in making choices, every individual can make it positive. Making sustainability a mass movement, we help the world reach net zero target faster. Our vision is pro-planet progress. Our vision is pro-planet prosperity. Our vision is pro-planet people. Mr. Speaker, we live by the motto of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or the world is one family. Our engagement with the world is for everyone's benefit. One sun, one world, one grid. Seek to join us all in connecting the world with clean energy. One Earth, One Health is a vision for global action to bring quality healthcare to everyone, including animals and plants. The same spirit is also seen in the theme when we chair the G20. One Earth, one family, one future. called to honor the peacekeepers. And this year, the whole world is celebrating the International Year of Millets to promote sustainable agriculture and nutrition alike. During COVID, we delivered vaccines and medicines to over 150 countries. We reach out to others, being disaster and first responders, as we do for our own. We share our modest resources with those who need them the most. We build capabilities, not dependencies. Mr. Speaker, when I speak about India's approach to the world, United States occupy a special place. I know our relations are of great importance to all of you. Every member of this Congress has a deep interest in it. When defense and aerospace in India grow, industries in the state of Washington, Arizona, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and Pennsylvania thrive. When American companies grow their research and development centers in India thrive. When Indians fly more, a single order of aircraft creates more than 1 million jobs in 44 states in America. When an American phone maker invests in India, it creates an entire ecosystem of jobs and opportunities in both countries. When India and US work together on semiconductors and critical minerals, it helps the world in making supply chains more diverse, resilient, and reliable. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we were strangers in defense cooperation at the turn of the century. Now, the United States has become one of our most important defense partners. security, prosperity, and leadership in the 21st century. That is why our two countries established a new initiative for critical and emerging technologies. Our knowledge partnership will serve humanity and seek solutions to the global challenges of climate change, hunger, and peace. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, the last few years have seen deeply disruptive developments. With the Ukraine conflict, war has risen to Europe. It is causing great pain in the region. Since it involves major powers, the outcomes are severe. Countries of the global south have been particularly affected. The global order is based on the respect for the principle of the UN Charter, peaceful resolution of disputes, and respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity. As I have said directly and publicly, this is not an era of war. But it is one of dialogue and diplomacy. And we all must do what we can to stop the bloodshed and human suffering. Mr. Speaker, the dark clouds of coercion and confrontation are casting their shadow in the Indo-Pacific. The stability of the region has become